Look closely at the image on your screen. That split down the middle? That isn't just a graphic design choice. That is the story of your life right now. On the left, we have the green half. This is the lie. This is what brought you here. You saw the videos on TikTok and YouTube. You saw the guy with the rented Lamborghini, the 6-monitor setup glowing with profit, and the promise of financial freedom from a laptop on a beach in Bali. They sold you a dream. They told you that trading is a way to escape the 9-to-5 grind, a way to print money on demand, a way to be smarter than everyone else. They showed you the destination, but they conveniently forgot to show you the road. Now, look at the right side, the red half, the shadow. The guy with his head in his hands staring at a margin call. This is the truth. This is the side of trading that has no hashtags. No one posts a selfie when they have just blown their third account in a row. No one live streams the moment they realize they've gambled away their family's vacation money on a sure thing gold trade. The industry is built on a massive, polished deception. It feeds on your hope and hides the bodies of the 95% who failed. Today, we are going to stop lying. We are going to talk about the hidden side, the brutal psychological war that is happening inside your head every single time you click buy or sell. The first thing you must understand is that the market is not a factory where you go to manufacture money. It is a mirror, a ruthless, unforgiving mirror. When you step into the arena, the market doesn't care about your degree, your IQ, or how hard you work. It only cares about your flaws. If you are arrogant, the market will find that arrogance and use it to destroy you. If you are fearful, the market will terrorize you until you freeze. If you are greedy, it will bait you into a trap and take everything. I want to tell you about a trader named Ethan. Ethan was, by all traditional standards, a genius. He had a background in advanced mathematics and statistical modeling. He looked at charts and saw patterns that other people couldn't even imagine. When he started trading, he treated it like a math problem to be solved. He built a perfect system. On paper, he couldn't lose. He thought he was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. But within 6 months, Ethan had lost everything. Why? Because trading is not an IQ test. It is an EQ test. Ethan's intelligence became his greatest enemy. When the market moved against him, his logical brain couldn't accept it. The probability is on my side, he would say. The market is wrong. He refused to take a stop loss because his ego couldn't handle the idea of being incorrect. He would hold on to losing trades, doubling down, convinced that his math would eventually save him. He wasn't fighting the chart. He was fighting his own need to be right. The market took his intelligence, wrapped it in pride, and used it to bankrupt him. This brings us to the concept of the tuition fee. Everyone, and I mean everyone, pays a price to enter this game. You think you can avoid it by buying a $500 course? You can't. The market demands a sacrifice. For some, it's money. You will lose your first deposit. Consider it the cost of your education. A doctor pays $200,000 for medical school. A lawyer pays for law school. Why do you think you can master the hardest profession on earth for free? You are going to pay. But the real tuition fee isn't money, it's sanity. It's the swamp phase. This is the period where you know just enough to be dangerous, but not enough to be profitable. You spend 12 hours a day staring at charts, your eyes burning, your back aching, neglecting your health and your relationships. You go to bed dreaming of candlesticks and wake up in a cold sweat checking your phone. You start to feel that maybe you are cursed. You see other people winning or lying about winning, and you wonder, what is wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. You are just experiencing the hidden side. You are in the refining fire. The market is testing your resolve. It is asking you, how much pain can you endure? Are you here for the quick cash, or are you here to master yourself? Most people answer quick cash, and the market chews them up and spits them out. They quit, calling it a scam. But the few who survive, they realize that the pain was necessary, the losses were the lessons, The illusion of social media has convinced a generation that trading is easy. Just follow my signals. 90% win rate. It's all noise. Real trading is ugly. It is messy. It involves sitting on your hands for days, doing absolutely nothing because the setup isn't there. It involves taking a loss, feeling the physical sting of it in your gut, and then closing the laptop and walking away without trying to get it back. You are currently standing at the edge of the abyss. You have seen the green half facade, and now you are feeling the red half reality. You feel stupid, you feel alone, you feel like you've been tricked. But listen to me closely. You are exactly where you need to be. This pain you are feeling, this frustration, it is the weakness leaving your body. You cannot become a successful trader until you kill the fantasy of the easy life. You have to destroy the idea that you are special. You are not special. The market will humble you, and until you accept that humility, until you accept that you know nothing and that anything can happen, you will stay trapped in the red half, crying over a red chart while the world keeps spinning. The lie is that trading gives you freedom immediately. The truth is that trading enslaves you first. It enslaves you to your emotions, your fears, and your impulses. Only after you have broken those chains, only after you have survived the hidden side, do you earn the freedom. But surviving isn't just about money. It's about not losing your mind in the process, because the next thing the market attacks isn't your wallet, it's your soul. Let's walk into the darkest room of the house. The part of the hidden side that hurts the most isn't the financial loss. Money comes and goes. The part that breaks people is the total social isolation. Trading is the loneliest profession on the face of the earth. Think about it. When you have a bad day at a normal job, you can come home and vent to your partner. You can say, "My boss is a jerk," or "The project is delayed." They understand. They sympathize. But in trading, when you lose $2,000 in 10 minutes because you broke your own rules, you can't say a word. You can't go to the kitchen and tell your wife or your husband, "Hey, I just gambled away our savings because I got angry at a chart." So you lie. You say, "Work was fine." You put on a mask, you sit at the dinner table, smiling, while inside, your stomach is turning over, and you are calculating how many winning trades it will take to fix the mess you made. You are surrounded by people who love you, yet you are completely alone in your struggle. They see you sitting at a computer. They don't see the war zone. To them, it looks like a video game. To you, it feels like drowning. This isolation creates a pressure cooker of shame that eventually explodes. And why does it explode? Because you are fighting a biological war you were born to lose. This is the biological trap. Your brain is 200,000 years old. It evolved on the savannah to survive against predators. It is wired for two things: seek pleasure and avoid pain. If a lion chases you, you run. If you find food, you eat it immediately. But the market is a counterintuitive environment. In the market, if you run, sell every time you feel fear, you lose. If you eat, take profits, the second you see green because you crave safety, you cut your winners short and lose in the long run. Your natural survival instincts, the things that kept your ancestors alive, are the exact things that are killing your bank account. The hidden side is the physical toll of this fight. It's the cortisol flooding your system at 3 a.m. It's the sweaty palms when a trade goes 2 pips against you. Your body doesn't know the difference between a margin call and a tiger attack. It reacts with the same fight or flight panic. Over time, this chronic stress doesn't just wreck your P&L, it wrecks your health. I've seen traders age 10 years in 2. They burn out not because they ran out of money, but because their nervous system just quit. But here is the twist, the darkest secret of the red half. You might actually like the pain. We need to talk about the addiction to chaos. Many of you aren't trading to make money. You think you are. But subconsciously, you are trading to feel something. You are bored with your life. You hate the monotony. You want the rush. And the market is the ultimate drug. It gives you immediate feedback, high highs and low lows. I see traders who follow their rules for a week, make good money, and then get bored. The silence of discipline feels empty. So, on a Friday afternoon with no setup on the chart, they take a massive stupid trade. They self-sabotage. Why? Because their brain prefers the chaos of a loss over the boredom of doing nothing. They are addicted to the struggle. They identify as the victim of the market because it gives them a story to tell. Oh, the market is rigged against me. No, it's not. You just haven't learned how to sit in an empty room and be at peace with yourself. And even if you start winning, the ghosts don't leave. Let's talk about the phantom of the past. Every traumatic loss you have ever taken leaves a scar on your psyche. If you lost big on a Wednesday morning 3 years ago, your brain remembers. Today, you see a perfect setup on a Wednesday morning. Logic says, buy. But your amygdala, the fear center, screams, danger. You freeze, you hesitate, you miss the trade. Then, you watch it go to the moon without you. Now you are angry. You have FOMO, fear of missing out. So you chase the trade at the top, buy high, and immediately lose. You aren't trading the market in front of you. You are trading the ghost of your past trauma. You are haunted by your own history. This is the meat grinder. It chews up your confidence, isolates you from your loved ones, and turns your own biology against you. The green half influencers don't talk about this. They don't tell you that before you get the Lamborghini, you have to survive the night of the soul. They don't tell you that you will have to look in the mirror and see a gambler, a liar, and a coward, and then decide to kill those versions of yourself to let the professional trader be born. If you are feeling this right now, if you feel like you are in the bottom of a dark pit, good. That means the delusion is over. The Instagram fantasy is dead. Now we are dealing with reality. And only when you are standing in the rubble of your own ego can you start to build something real. You have survived the admission fee. You are surviving the meat grinder. Now, the question is, how do you get out? How do you cross the line from the red half to the green half? The answer is not what you think. It's not a new strategy. It's not a new indicator. It's about becoming the most boring person in the room. So how do you escape the hell of the red half? How do you stop the bleeding and finally become the trader you promised yourself you would be? The answer is going to disappoint you, and that is exactly why it works. The answer is boredom. You have to fall in love with boredom. You have to kill the part of you that wants excitement. The green half, the side of consistent profitability, looks nothing like a casino. It looks like a factory line. It is repetitive, it is quiet, it is routine. If you are sweating while you trade, you are gambling. If you are cheering at the screen, you are gambling. The professional trader is not a wolf of Wall Street. The professional trader is a sniper lying in the mud for 3 days, waiting for one single perfect shot. And if that shot doesn't appear, he doesn't shoot, he doesn't get angry, he doesn't try to force a target into existence. He simply packs up his rifle and goes home. That is the discipline you lack. You are shooting at shadows because you are afraid of going home empty-handed. You have to learn that no trade is a profitable trade because it saved you your capital. To survive, you must commit egoicide, the murder of your own ego. The market is bigger than you. It is smarter than you. It is infinite. You cannot defeat it. You can only surf it. This means you must surrender your need to be right. In the red half, a loss feels like an insult. In the green half, a loss is just a business expense. It's like a restaurant owner buying napkins. He doesn't cry when customers use the napkins. He doesn't scream, "Why is the universe taking my napkins?" He understands it is the cost of doing business. When you stop taking losses personally, you rob the market of its power to hurt you. You must shift your obsession from outcome to process. The amateur looks at his P&L, profit and loss, every 5 minutes. Did I make money today? The professional looks at his execution. Did I follow my rules today? I want you to understand this. You can lose money on a trade and still have a good trade if you followed your plan perfectly. You can make money on a trade and have a bad trade if you broke your rules and got lucky. If you reward yourself for bad behavior just because you got lucky, you are training your brain to lose everything eventually. Stop looking at the money. Look at the discipline. The money is just a lagging indicator of your habits. Now, look at that split image one last time. The crying figure in the dark versus the smiling figure in the light. The transition doesn't happen when you find a secret indicator. It happens when you accept the paradox of control. You have zero control over the market. You have zero control over where the next candle goes. The only thing you have control over is yourself. Your entry, your exit, your risk, your emotion. The hidden side of trading is a journey of self-mastery. The market is a dojo. It will beat you down until you learn to stand up without wobbling. It will take your money until you learn to value it. It will break your heart until you learn to detach. This path is not for everyone, and that is okay. Most people should just put their money in an index fund and go live their lives. But if you are still here, if you have listened to all 3 parts of this video and you still want to do this, then you might be part of the 5%. You are ready to embrace the grind. You are ready to sit in the silence. You are ready to stop comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. The green half is waiting for you. But it's not paved with gold. It's paved with discipline. It's paved with the thousands of times you wanted to click buy but didn't because the setup wasn't perfect. So, dry your tears. Forgive yourself for the money you lost. It's gone. It was the tuition fee. You paid it. Now, learn the lesson. Stop chasing the illusion. Start building the reality. The hidden side is dark, yes, but it is the only way to the light. If you are ready to stop gambling and start trading, if you are ready to face the truth, then welcome to the Trader's Mind. Class dismissed.